think you should make a prediction.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't made
Give
that
the people what they want.
Give the people what I want. I was pretty solid on my predictions. I will have to say. So we're gonna have to see here. In this one, dude, as much as I love my Genesis boys, I think the Whelps are pretty solid in this one. So I'm going with the Whelps. I'm going 3-1 Whelps, but I do have to say I think Genesis can pull the upset here, and I think they've got a good shot. So, oh man, these
Definitely,
guys.
Definitely do think they have that in them. I mean, we've been talking a lot about Cardboard Box and how good he is, how he's been crushing. But if they can figure out a way to shut him down, then maybe the Whelps just won't be able to handle it. Who knows? I definitely think there's a potential for an upset here.
Definitely a chance here. Oh my goodness, dude! Yeah, these guys do not know how to join a lobby. This is what you hate to see. This is novice. This is novice in a nutshell. So merely back out of that. I'm gonna have to remake.
Okay.
Have to remake it one more time here, and hopefully someone turns their cross-platform on. I'm just gonna have to change the lobby info. Apologies about the delay. We literally started early, and these guys still couldn't figure out how to join a lobby. I don't know what to say. If this is any indication of what we're gonna see here, I'm a little bit concerned actually.
Hopefully they're better at playing Rocket League than they are at joining lobbies, or else we might be in trouble.
We could be in trouble here. So hopefully if they join up here, all right, so we're getting joined up here. I was not preparing for almost a 20-minute wait between us getting it up. Oh, and there we go.
There he is.
The Whelps have joined. Oh my goodness,
Trent!
What? Oh my! They've just joined the lobby and instantly joined a team. So that is great.
Are you kidding me right now?
This is high quality right here.
Everyone's in here. Go 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 go.
Let's get them in. Join up. Join. Hopefully they figure it out here. We'll transition in a second, but we're gonna get things going finally between these two teams. The Whelps versus Genesis here. Let's get things finally underway here in this one, as Genesis is gonna start off the kickoff. Kairos with an early first goal.
Hey, Genesis may be a little angry. Our predictions are going the other way. That's a great kickoff. Eddie stalls the ball, and Kairos is just so fast to it. It's an easy kickoff goal in the first 3 seconds, no less.
Wow, and that is an excellent start here for Genesis, as they're able to get the first goal. We don't even get to introduce the lineups here. We kind of talked about them a little bit, but yeah, they're gonna start off with the first goal, as this one's popping up by Kairos. Can't find the touch, and Cardboard Box is gonna put it in, and it's tied up right away.
Oh man, and that's unfortunate. They're gonna get that goal right back. Kairos just came a little bit too far up, couldn't get the read, and Cardboard Box is gonna be there for an easy goal.
Yeah, an easy goal for him, especially Player of the Week caliber. He's gonna put that one in. But yeah, maybe I could introduce the lineups now. We got the blue with Genesis. We got Kairos, Eddie Ludd, and we got Neef in here, or Zeverns is his name. As Major Tyler's trying to go for the shot there, but can't hit it. And then on the Whelps side, we got Cardboard Box, Trent, and Major Tyler. So we talked a bit about these guys, and we'll just have to see who's going to perform and step up. As Tyler now going to send it back across. Cardboard Box is looking for it, but Eddie, he's going to find the block up. This ball is out in the midfield. Kairos going after it. He's going to find a touch, as Trent sends this one up high. As Verns can't get it, and a shot going to come in. Cardboard Box just going to put it home. His second of the game already, only 50 seconds in.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate miss. A little sorry in the chat there from Neef, I believe. Just completely whiffs the ball, leaves an open net for Cardboard Box. And that's just an unfortunate defensive mistake in the end.
Yeah, those are things you have to try to cut down on, especially if you're Zeverns, as he is going to block it into the corner now. Now Genesis took the early lead, but they're down 2-1 now, as you see the Whelps just putting on some shots early. Kairos getting it by one, but Trent is there, able to block it up in the midfield. Verns going for the shot there. It could be on the net. Major Tyler with a great save. Oh my goodness, able to get to that upper 90 and put it away. I thought that one could be dangerous, but hey, the novice player makes it happen.
Yeah, it looked like it got a little bit behind him, even for and that ball's just gonna float in. Not quite the same caliber of saves from the opposite end of the field, Nice pop from Cardboard Box though, and a fake from Tyler.
I think that was a fake. Maybe it kind of just dropped in. It could have been a fake. Either way, that one's just gonna drop in, and now the Whelps 3-1 lead here. Despite giving up the first goal, merely they've come right back with three unanswered.
Yeah, and other than the first 3 seconds of this game, it's really been the Whelps who have looked like they're gaining the edge in this matchup. Obviously, as this is another opportunity coming out actually, and Major Tyler's just gonna put that one in. What happened to the defense?
That is the question. There is Kairos just blocks that one. It looks like I think it was Zeverns. He rotated a little too far up, and Eddie's not back on defense for that one. And the Whelps 4-1 now. They are looking really good to start here, and something that's interesting here is Genesis. They're not playing with Mace, who's their highest player on the roster. He's near the top of the entire novice league, and he's just not in this matchup right now. I'm not sure why, but they're kind of missing him here. It seems like.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they could be feeling that. Also, the player of the week candidate, Mace, definitely probably a solid part of their team. I'm not sure who. Do you know who the sub is for him, replacing him?
I think Zeverns is subbing in. I
Oh,
believe
okay,
that's
it is Zebrans.
usually the starting roster, so he's subbing in for Mace in this one.
Yeah, but not having that player who's usually there that you can rely on in the back of the field or on offense or just to make plays, that can have a huge impact on how you're going to be able to play.
That is very true. You're missing your star player pretty much, and now I think it's a lot is relying on Kairos now. He's been starting. He's also the captain for this Genesis squad, so I think a lot is riding on his shoulders to kind of carry the load and kind of pick up the slack for Mace here, who he was in the lobby before, but I'm not sure if he's having connection issues or what, but he's not in this first game, and so far the Whelps are just putting shots on net here as they send another one in. But the Whelps are just taking advantage of everything that Genesis is giving them right now.
Yeah, definitely. And you did say it before as well. We might be having to see Eddie Ludd step up here. He has stepped up before. As that one's just gonna go in again. Actually, Cardboard Box with a huge clear that just turns into a bar down shot.
That Cardboard Box again, just sending it a long way. Just drops right in. Zeveran's just not able to get up for that one, as he's just back in net, just stuck there. And a fifth goal now for the Whelps, as it's 5-1. And again, 5 unanswered goals. It seems like ever since that first kickoff goal from Genesis, the Whelps just kind of turned things on, and really haven't let up since.
Yeah, there's just Genesis hasn't been able to break through at all. They've been stuck on defense pretty much this entire time. This is one of the first opportunities that they've really had in a long time, and we'll have to see if they can make anything out of this.
As now Genesis trying to get something going here. Kairos, he pops it up high. Ball out in the corner here, a little bit awkward for Kairos. He's gonna have to back off of it. Cardboard Box looking for a teammate. Gonna try to flick it by one. He does. Zeverns gonna get there, trying to get some offense going as he's dumped across by Tyler. Tyler's sending it up high, but can't find the follow. Kairos now gonna bang it down. Gonna look to stay with this maybe as Trent catches it up into the corner. Gonna try to take it across the net and does successfully. As now Eddie diving in on this one, trying to get some offensive pressure for Genesis finally, as Eddie sends it up again. A miss on the backboard could lead to opportunity here, but Eddie, he can't put it on. But finally, it seemed like merely that Genesis just started to get a little bit of that pressure here, and that's a good sign at the end of game 1 here.
Yeah, it definitely is. Even though they haven't been able to make anything with it, it's a good start until that miss. But okay, some good defense. Genesis finally cleaning up on the goal line. That's what you really want to see from them. And really, this game is so far lost. But if they could just get at least one goal for their confidence, that wasn't a kickoff goal. That's really what they need now.
Yeah, they're gonna have to see if they can find one here. As this ball's just sitting in the middle here. Zeverns coming in with a great save, but final couple seconds here for Genesis. See if they can get maybe one more going here. But as Eddie tries to flick it down, but it's not gonna happen, as that ball is gonna go to the ground, and the Whelps are gonna take this game number 1 here.
Yeah, and like you said, other than that first kickoff goal from Genesis, they really couldn't find any sort of consistent pressure or opportunities at all during that entire first game. And looking at the scoreboard, it's really just cardboard box coming out strong for the Whelps, kind of what we anticipated. 800 score, 4 goals, 7 shots. He was just taking advantage of every single opportunity given to him.
Yeah, I mean, he really just bopped off in that one. I mean, there's really no other way around it besides that cardboard box just really went off in that one. And Genesis, they just didn't really have anything going in that one merely. And now as we head into game number two, what do you have to do if you're Genesis to kind of bring this one back and get something going in this one?
I mean, really, what you need in a high scoring game like this where you lose, the first thing you really need to do is take a step back and kind of try to clean up some of your defensive mistakes, especially Zverns looked a lot better in the latter half, but there were a few missed defensive touches that kind of directly led to goals. And if the entire Genesis roster can just do a better job of getting touches and clears, they're going to be in a much better position to convert their own opportunities.
All right, well, here we go into game number two. Let's see if they can do just that and convert on their opportunities here as we start game number two on Neo Tokyo. The Whelps taking that game one victory. As Trent trying to get up to this one, Zverns can't find the touch. Kairos going early, but Cardboard just sends it by towards the net. But Eddie races back just in time. Good hustle from him. Able to get on the net as he pops this one up. Kairos just trying to get in the way here. Trying to throw the Whelps defense off as a little bit of a double commit comes out from the Whelps. As Trent gets it by him. Kairos gonna bang it across here. Maybe leaving it for Zverns, who is not going to find the touch there. As Major Tyler, he's around one. This ball out in the midfield. Trent trying to do something here. As Zverns, he pops it up high there, trying to make the save. It's still dangerous in front of the net, and the follow comes in. Major Tyler puts it home, but Calamity in front of the Genesis net leads to a goal.
Oh man, and pretty much on the first defensive opportunity for Whelps, they take advantage of it. Actually, Major Tyler and Trent working together really well to create a nice play, which led to the ball just kind of sitting in front of the net, and they were able to put it home.
And Genesis they really can't find those clears. This one is going to go right in the net, another kickoff goal, and those are the only things that Genesis has been able to score, but a crucial one here to tie it up.
And this time it was Zverns on the kickoff with the dead ball, and Eddie, I believe he scored the last one as well. But, I mean, if they can have these kickoffs down, at least that's something for him. Now the game is tied, and they have a lot less work to do.
Yeah, it is tied, and that's a good answer from them. But Genesis, they're going to need to find some sustained offensive pressure if they're really going to want a chance here. As the Whelps try to get something going, Eddie, not any boost to work with. As now Zverns on the catch here, might just look for a 50. He's going to pop it up high. His Cardboard, he's already up, going to find the block in the midfield. This ball missed right there. Cardboard on the dribble, trying to flick it by. Zverns with a stop as the Whelps are really trying to go in on this one. Trent might be a little bit too far, has to get the touch. He does just in time. And now Genesis trying to get back on the attack, but not for long as that one's cleared away. But maybe that's a little bit of a flaw that Genesis can exploit there, is the Whelps getting a little bit too over-aggressive at times.
Yeah, they definitely do have a very highly aggressive playstyle, but I mean, they're fast enough to pull it off. And another thing I've noticed is that a lot of these balls, they're taking control of them, as opposed to Genesis, who are kind of hitting the ball away, and that gives them the opportunity to be aggressive. When you have one player who can kind of control the ball for you, then you have a lot more chances to push up.
It's very true. His Cardboard, he's trying to slow it down. A missed touch comes out from Kairos as Zverns looking up for Kairos. He can't find him this time as this ball's still floating. Kairos just trying to get in the way, and it's going to go in. Zverns off the post right into Kairos, and it's going to be a Genesis goal.
I'm not exactly sure how that one worked. Kiros went up for a very ambitious read, didn't really come close to hitting it at all, but just happened to be in the right spot to receive a pseudo pass from Zverns as it went off the crossbar and in.
Well, that is one way to get the first goal. It's not a kickoff there, as that one's going in. I think Trent might have got a piece of that one as well, sending it off his own crossbar. But Genesis, they'll happily take that, and now they have another lead here as they're trying to defend once more. As Kairos blocked up high by Cardboard. Eddie, they're sending it to the side. Trent trying to get up to it, but he can't. Zverns is going right by that one, going to flick it over the top. As Trent just trying to dribble it back to his own net. A little bit dangerous, though, as Eddie puts a shot towards net. It's right there for the follow, and Eddie puts it home again. And that's the guy we talked about needing to step up, and he's got another goal.
Yeah, and he definitely has stepped up. That was very interesting back pass from one of the Whelps players. Kind of, it was lucky his teammate was there, but in the end, it just kind of made it so he couldn't get a good clear, and then the ball basically just 50'd and landed in front of the net. Now, Genesis are up 3-1, and all of a sudden they have the momentum.
They do. The momentum is that one was almost an open net. Unfortunate bounce here as Genesis can't read it. And now a shot towards net. Trent just going to put it in. And a terrible turn of events there for Genesis as Trent narrows the gap.
And that's really unfortunate from Eddie. Just didn't really have any boost or the read on the ball, and just finds himself kind of flopping in the midfield. Can't even make a touch, and that's just going to be an open net for the Whelps.
And the Whelps still definitely in this one as it's 3-2 now. 2 minutes remaining. Genesis trying to get something going. Kairos with some good dribs. Can he flick it up? He sends it up high. Follow here. Zeverns putting off the backboard. Is there one more? No, Eddie's just patiently waiting. It's going to allow him to put a shot on net. It's still there, and Eddie, good patience. Oh my goodness, just so patient, able to put that one in for the hat trick.
That is some incredible patience from Eddie. He took the first shot, saw it going top shelf. Either he was waiting for the defenders to mess up, or he was just admiring his own shot, thinking it was going in. But either way, the ball just came right back to him, and he'll put that one in every day of the week.
I think he was really waiting on that one because he was waiting for that first touch too instead of a quick follow-up. He just waited for the Whelps to make a mistake, and now Eddie, we talked about him again. We talked about him stepping up, and so far in this game, he's done that with 3 goals. And Genesis looking to tie up this series as Kairos 15 it by 1. And take it to the corner, snag the boost quick, pop it up high, looking for a teammate. Zeverns was trying to disrupt the net, but a double commit comes out. Eddie, can he beat Tyler here? No, he can't. This one goes back to Zeverns. Zeverns up again, but Trent, he's going to win this one. This time is Kairos going to send it out. Up to the side here, Tyler dropping it down, but Eddie on the catch, taking his time, taking his space here. Going to flick it by 1 out in the corner. Final minute. And in 5 seconds here of game number 2 as a miss comes out of the midfield. Eddie has to race back for it. Going to find a touch there as this ball is dropping dangerously towards the net. A great touch from Eddie, but the follow-up again. Eddie has to get back once more, and Eddie, he's just coming up clutch when Genesis needs him in this one, and they're able to hold on to their 2-goal lead despite the pressure.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Eddie has just had a complete turnaround from game 1 as he scores another goal. All right, Eddie.
Oh my goodness, Eddie is popping off right now. A little bit of a fake from Kairos, unintentional fake, maybe a little bit of a miss, but Eddie, he was ready for that one as well. A risky challenge, but he's going to pay off, and now it's a 3-goal lead for Genesis. So they're showing why they're 6-2 out here and why you can't count them out, despite the blowout in game 1, because the Whelps really dominated that game 1, but merely Genesis has come back with a little bit of a vengeance here.
Yeah, and now we definitely have a series on our hands. Disregarding a potential 30-second comeback, which doesn't seem likely. But yeah, Genesis have really cleaned up a lot of their mistakes from earlier, especially Eddie just looking so much more comfortable in this series now. It seems like they've gotten their team chemistry down quite a bit more this game.
They definitely have made some moves, and now it's the Whelps who are in the position of looking for one final goal to swing the momentum their way. As Zeverns, he can't find the touch again. Eddie, he's going to bang it out. Final 5 seconds now in this one. And Genesis is going to hold on, and they are going to pull off the victory. So Genesis, they come back here. We talked about a really solid victory here, and I was a little bit concerned after game 1 when they only scored a kickoff goal, but merely in this one, they kind of stepped up.
Yeah, they definitely looked like they really wanted this series, and now they have a real opportunity to. They did a much better job of making those crucial touches that you have to get on defense, especially Eddie. Somehow he didn't get a single save, not very many saves at all, even though it seemed like they were on defense a lot. Part of it was also the Whelps not taking every advantage offensively, but really I think this was more on Genesis stepping up.
Yeah, I think they definitely did in this one, and we didn't really see Cardboard Box. I mean, Cardboard Box still led the way on his team, but we didn't really see Cardboard Box kind of taking control of the ball, which I think that was something that Genesis did really well in that game. And they kind of made him a little bit of a non-factor. He was obviously still a factor, but not as much as he could have been.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree, and we might see him step up more now. Perhaps it seemed like Major Tyler and Trent were actually the ones making a good majority of the plays in the last game, but maybe we'll see a switch from that in this game.
We'll have to see as now we head to a crucial game number 3. The Whelps dominated game 1, but Genesis came back fighting in game 2. And now we head to the third game. Winner of this one will put themselves on match point as Trent going to pop it by 1. Major Tyler, he can't get to that one. Going to leave it for Cardboard, who sends it a long way. Eddie, he's just patiently waiting, but maybe a little bit too long as this one just pops out in the midfield. Tyler into the corner trying to find the touch but can't. And neither can Eddie there as he's just sitting underneath the ball. This one back in the middle of a Cardboard, a little bit too far on that one in the Whelps. They're threatening the pressure early, but not going to be able to get another shot on net here. As this one blocked up by Cardboard towards the middle. But Kairos, a great clear, and now could lead to an opportunity. Eddie, he's trying to chase it down, but no boost to work with. Is this one, he's just going to be 50 off the top of his car and back. But Genesis, they didn't really get any pressure early here. It's kind of been the Whelps game in the first minute or so here as Eddie has to make a save, and he does a great save there. And Genesis, they're holding on to the defense. The Whelps can't get anything in yet.
Yeah, it has been pretty much all Whelps pressure, but Genesis is doing a really good job of dealing with it, actually. Their rotations look very good. There was a risky ball, but Eddie got a really nice backboard touch, and he's doing a really good job of holding back the Whelps defense, even if they can't get anything started yet. This is how you begin an offensive opportunity, by getting good clears.
And you see the good clear right there. Kairos now trying to set something up. It's not going to go this time as Zevern's looking for the block in the midfield. Trent now on the dribble, but Eddie trying to find the 50. Kairos banging it by 1, looking to stay with it. This one's going to be sent out in the midfield. Dangerous ball for Trent. He's going to have to find a touch as now Eddie just racing to this one, but no boost to work with. As Tyler sends it down, and he's going to find a ground pinch. A nice pinch from him as Zeverns has to make the touch, and he does.
And it does look like boost has been a bit of an issue for this Genesis offense. Even when they're able to get these clears, they don't really have any boost to create any actual offensive opportunities. They're kind of just rolling the ball down the field, and it gets cleared right back into their half.
Yeah, that is a good point. Whelps, I think, just because their fast play style, they've been able to control that boost, and usually controlling the boost is a really good way to win. As this ball is still dangerous, Kairos has to race to it. He's the last man, and he does. We'll have to see if Genesis can regain control of the boost as Zeverns pops it up. Going to look to follow this one maybe. As Tyler sending it towards net, Eddie, he's just going to let it roll. That one was way too close as no one's there. Kairos just puts it off to the side. Still dangerous. Trent trying to get it back, but it's not going to go. And that one was almost a really scary moment for Genesis as they're still stuck on their back half.
Yeah, it's not really clear exactly what happened there. It looked like Eddie saw the ball and maybe thought that someone else was already in net to clear it. But now they're actually going to get an offensive opportunity, but Eddie's just going to hit the post. That's really the first real chance they've had all game, though.
Yeah, they haven't had many, and that one was pretty close there. But the Whelps, again, they're back on the offense. It seems like it's only a matter of time before they put one in, but Genesis and their defense is holding up strong as this one still in their zone, still tied at 0. Both these teams holding on to their defenses. This one off the post, there could be a follow, but Eddie able to get out to it. As now Tyler, he sends it up high. Kairos with the touch. Not much boost to work with. Gonna need some help here as this one towards the net could be dangerous again, but Eddie with another great save. And you can't say enough about this Genesis defense. Just somehow, some way, they are holding on in this one merely, and we're still tied at 0.
It really does seem like a bit of a miracle. Even though they're looking incredibly awkward at the best of moments right now, they're somehow managing to scrape together and get these clears, get these saves when it matters most. And I guess that's all you can really ask for if you're them right now. Now they just need to focus on cleaning up their rotation so they can actually make something out of these saved opportunities.
Yeah, if they can get some offense going, it could be a completely different game here. We're down to a minute remaining in Game 3. As Major Tyler now looking for this one, but Kairos another great block, and then go up for it again. This Cardboard box over the top of Eddie. He's looking for another shot. Zeverns can't get to the touch, and Cardboard sends it over the last defender. And finally, the Whelps are able to get something through.
Yeah, and it took a solid 4 minutes and 13 seconds before they could finally get one of these shots to go in the net. Looks like Zeverns was expecting the player in front of him to challenge the ball, so he was just caught off the goal line. And even though it wasn't a very hard or high shot, it was enough to catch him off guard, and there's an opportunity. Now Genesis are going to have to make something happen quickly if they want a chance.
The final 40 seconds here is that one is going towards the net. Cardboard box almost hit that angle. That would have been something there as the Whelps, they're just trying to play keep away, run down the final seconds, maybe get one more insurance goal. As Tyler just waiting in the midfield, going to snag the boost from Eddie as Kairos is getting harassed on the side. Tyler passing out, looking for Trent, but Eddie, he's going to block it out. Could be an opportunity if Genesis can get something going, but Zeverns on the miss there. Eddie now trying to get it out, but that one is just going towards the net. It's just off, but Trent is going to put it in. An unfortunate 50, and the Whelps are going to have a 2-goal lead.
And once again, the defense for Genesis just looks so awkward, and now it's become too much that they can't take it anymore. 2 goals is going to seal the game, but really that was unfortunate after all those saves and barely bailing out that they couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, they've been stuck on their half too much. The Whelps have really turned up the pressure. Is they might look for one more here. Genesis maybe they'll try to find one, but this ball it's just going to touch the ground, and that is going to do it here for this game number 3. So yeah, merely the Whelps they come back and they have a really great performance in this one, able to pretty much dominate the entire pressure. Actually, Genesis they have 0 shots in this one.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I don't really remember them having any actual shots on net. There was one from Kairos, whatever his name is. One I believe that just went off the post, but wasn't even close enough to count as a shot. It does look though. I mean, talking about what Genesis needs to change, it looks like they might be having a substitution here, unless I'm mistaken. I do see Mace in the lobby now.
Yeah, Mace is in the lobby, but Kairos it looks like he's joined back. So I'm not sure what the plan is, but yeah, now the Whelps in this one a solid game from them merely. And if we're Genesis, we're talking about how they were stuck in their half so many times. What do they have to do in this game to pull something back and maybe force a game 5?
Yeah, once again, it's going back to the same problems they had in game 1. I think just a lack of coordination on defense, kind of being stuck in awkward positions way too often. They did a really good job of getting clears this game, but then they didn't, like I said, they didn't have enough boost to make anything happen. So if they can try to control the boost a little bit more, maybe that includes picking up pads or just beating demos, just getting to the boost more. I think that'll be a big part of this game for them.
All right, well, it's do or die time for Genesis as they're down on match point here. The Whelps looking to improve to 8-1 here on the season as Cardboard trying to start off the pressure early as Zeevern's taking control of this one. Going to send it up high, but Major Tyler, he's able to cut it off in the midfield. As Cardboard pops up high, Major Tyler, he's up for it. Just going to set it in the corner, trying to play keep away from Genesis. As Kairos, he's made a car switch out here to the Fennec, I've realized. And, maybe we talked about car changes before, but sometimes, I don't know, merely sometimes the car changes make a difference.
Yeah, they definitely can. Even though the Fennec and the Octane have the same hitbox, I mean, even just having a little mental switch can sometimes have a big impact on the way you're playing. I know I definitely don't play the same when I'm playing the Fennec and the Octane, that's for sure.
We'll see if Kairos can do something here as the Whelps are just continuing their pressure. That one's too high for anything to happen. It's Cardboard trying to take a shot there. It's off the post, and now Eddie going to try to get it out. And let's see if Genesis can maybe get some offensive pressure. They desperately need some in this game. As Kairos out to the side and going to pop it up a little bit too high as now Eddie, he's back on it now. See Genesis, they're trying to get something going, but Trent, he's able to clear it out as now Kairos going to find a block, gets it over 2 there, but Tyler, he's back for the 3rd hit there. As now this one just floating there awkwardly as Eddie just waits, going to allow Zeverns to come through. As now Trent looking for a shot there, and it's just going to drop in. Trent puts it home. I'm not sure what happened there from Genesis.
And once again, just looks like someone was out of the goal line. I think can see Kairos in the net, actually. Maybe it looks like he might have gone for a squishy save or something. But it was a good shot, and just nothing they could do about that shot from Trent.
A good placement, and now the Whelps are taking the lead again. Genesis is going to have to look to fight back here as now Eddie, he sends it off the backboard. Going to see if we can see more from him as he's the guy that stepped up in their lone win of the series. As Cardboard sends it up high, looking for the follow there, but Major Tyler can't find the touch. As Eddie going to block it up in the corner. Cardboard trying to get to it. As the Whelps just continuing this pressure, Tyler, ball's passed right to him. Could be a shot opportunity, and Trent is going to find the angle just past the defender. And the Whelps are up 2-0 here in Game 4.
And really, it's Major Tyler and Trent that have stepped up these last 2 games. That's a great pass from Tyler, no matter what league you're in. Great infield pass there, and that's a nice shot. Great placement from Trent to finish it off.
And Trent has had 2 greatly placed shots in this one. And yeah, all all the hype has been about Cardboard Box, but I think you're exactly right. Tyler and Trent have really stepped up in this one. A really good supporting cast, even stepping up to score a couple goals here, as it's 2-0 in favor of the Whelps, as Kairos is bumped out of the way. But really, we got just about halfway left in this game, and Genesis, it still seems like they're stuck in game number 3. I don't even know if they have any shots at this moment.
And it doesn't look like they do. And yeah, honestly, from what we've seen from them so far, Whelps have had so much pressure. It's hard to imagine that Genesis will even get 2 clear shots on the net, let alone 2 goals. I mean, it's hard to see it happening. They're going to have to change something fast here.
Yeah, they're kind of down to the last moment as a demo comes out from Cardboard Box. And Major Tyler puts it home. It's a 3-0 lead here in game 4.
And the change I wanted to see happen was not getting demoed more, all right? That's a huge demo from Cardboard Box. Opens up the net for Major Tyler, and at 3-0, you gotta imagine Genesis are feeling it now.
Yeah, they definitely are. Without being able to get anything going in the last game, and even this game, they're definitely struggling at the moment. But there's still time. As a mistouch here from Tyler almost led to an opportunity, but he calmly takes it around here as he just dribbles it by another. Kairos just waiting on this one as Tyler trying to get it around him. His Cardboard up for the dunk there. Almost found his Trent putting it towards the net. And that's a 4th goal for the Whelps. And they just seem to be running away with this one.
And that was a huge read from Cardboard, coming all the way across the pitch just to dunk. He's going, you could tell he's going full aggro with that demo and the goal line for the last goal. And yeah, they look so aggressive right now. It doesn't look like Genesis are going to be able to find anything.
But wait a minute, Kairos there with the shot, and the Gaster's curse comes out, and they find their first goal. Still minute 45 left. If they can they're back to their kickoff goals.
All right, they'll at least make me eat my words. And yeah, the one thing they have had consistently throughout this entire series is really good kickoffs. If they can somehow get enough kickoff goals to win, or even put them within range, there is a possibility of this happening, but I still think it's unlikely.
Definitely is unlikely here, but we'll have to see what they can do as now Genesis finally finds their first goal in 2 games here, as this one is popped up. Trent just going to get the block, and now Genesis, they're going to have to get going and can't allow this ball to stay up in the air, as they're just wasting time as Cardboard tried to find the touch there but couldn't. Now Genesis with an opportunity, maybe. Kairos sends it up high. No boost to work with, though, as Trent going to pass out in the middle. Could be a shot opportunity. It's towards the net, but it's going to be saved away. Major Tyler, I think he got in the way at the last moment, but Genesis, they really needed that opportunity if they were going to want to have a chance. As now this one still out in the midfield. Final 60 seconds. Genesis, they needed 3 in order to force a game 5 as Zeverns is up looking for the block. It's still in the midfield. Cardboard Box going to get it by 1. He has the open net to shoot at. He might be looking for a teammate as now he's on the dribble. Going to flick it up high towards the net. Can he find the follow? It's not going to go there, but a great opportunity as now Genesis is on the counterattack, but almost a great play from Cardboard Box right there.
Yeah, that would have been absolutely insane if he actually could have pulled that off. Probably one of the best plays in Novice you'll see all year. But I really do think that now that Genesis, you could tell they know that they need 3 goals. They have nothing left to lose now. And you kind of wish they had been playing more like this, because now they're actually getting a lot of opportunities once they've upped this aggression. They're looking like if this was a closer game, they could still be contenders to win it.
Yeah, they're just a little bit too late in this one, as the final 10 seconds are going to tick away here. And yeah, the Whelps, they're going to improve to 8-0. But Genesis, they gave it their best here. It wasn't enough today. But yeah, I mean, great win from the Whelps. They looked really, really dominant at times.
And that's 8-1 actually. Just
8-1, yes.
Yes. Yeah, making you look pretty smart with your 3-1 prediction, Mr. I don't make predictions. I know you've been in free play grinding making predictions, so no need to pretend.
My bad.
But yeah, that was really a dominant performance from Whelps in the end there. They just looked like they were leagues faster than Genesis and just way more able to convert their opportunities.
Yeah, they definitely did. And Genesis, they had a game there, and it was interesting. They couldn't tap back to that potential, but it does show you that despite the Whelps, rattling off 8 straight wins now, there is a potential for them to be beat. So I mean, you can see it here, and they've had a couple close series as well. So it's not like they're untouchable, but they really stepped up in this series, and they kind of asserted themselves, against another top team in the novice league.
Yeah, definitely. And once again, a lot of people are scared of cardboard box, but looking at that performance from Trent and Major Tyler, you gotta be fearing the whole team now when they're playing at their absolute best.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to be have to be a little bit scared of them as I'm sure we'll be seeing more of the Whelps come playoff time. I mean, obviously I'm sure they're almost clinched at this point, 8-1. They're probably looking really good there, so they could be close to clinching. But yeah, congratulations to the Whelps. They take the victory here in this one. Unfortunately, Genesis could not pull it off, but the Whelps improved to 8-1 on the season. So congrats to them. And next up on the night, we have another great matchup. And this one, we're heading to the Prospect League this time as we have Hypernova taking on Jaguars. Should be another great matchup. Make sure you guys follow the channel if you haven't already. This is where we stream all the Nemesis action, so you do not want to miss it. We will be back